Welcome back to Stillwell Gardens. We have such a treat for you today. We are going over Pinky Winky Prime. This is an upgraded hydrangea from the original Pinky Winky. It's hardy zones 3 through 8. It grows 6 to 9 feet tall, and it has massive cones that are two-toned, showing some white to it, and then it will come to like a rich pink and the deeper red on the lower part of those cones. Just look at those cones. Those things are looking absolutely beautiful. We got this from Van Wilgen's Garden Center in North Branford, Connecticut. They had this bigger, I believe it was a number 10 gallon or whatever it was. It was pretty expensive, but for the first year in the ground, and it's basically almost covering the majority of this like 8-9 foot panel. So we spent more money just for a little bit more instant gratification, but it's really starting to show off, and this thing looks absolutely beautiful. It is on a drip irrigation line hose that we set up to have the holes go directly in the middle of it, so that it will definitely be successful in its current spot. But we're super happy with this thing. Look at these beautiful, nice long cones. They're gonna get a nice deep color to them, like I said, and we just can't wait for this thing to keep blooming and getting bigger. So this variety has sturdier stems than the original Pinky Winky, so it won't flop in heavy rain. We've had a bunch of rainstorms in Connecticut recently, and while some of my other ones are really drooping to the ground right now, this thing hasn't moved a bit. I'm sure, you know, when it was really wet, it moved a little bit, but since the cones are kind of like a lacy cap type, they definitely didn't have any problem with those storms. It's still standing tall, just like the day we got it, unlike some of the other ones. Of course, it blooms on new wood since it's a paniculata, so you would trim it back by, you know, a third or harder, right above a leaf node at a 45-degree angle. But I'm definitely super impressed with this one. Definitely a very, very nice variety to have. I can't wait to see this thing really mature, because this whole panel, it's gonna be bigger than it. And when it's probably mature, like at least a good amount of age to it, I don't know exactly how long, but this thing will definitely end up being bigger than this whole fence post right here. And that's what, around 6.5 feet tall, probably, just from where he planted it. We had him raise it up a little bit from the ground, just a little bit, so that we could put deep mulch there, and it covered the hole. But I'm super happy with this one. You can get this almost anywhere for the most part. I saw these at Home Depot going for much cheaper. Of course, it was a much smaller plant, and it wasn't developed like this one is. But you can get them at most nurseries. They should be able to order it, no problem. It's not like the Groundbreaker, which is very new to the USA, that not too many people can get right now. Of course, you could order it online, and availability is definitely becoming a lot better. But like I said, this shrub looks amazing right now. You can definitely see pollinators like this one. Got the bees kind of hanging out over there. But like I said, beautiful cones. Like, look at this stuff. Beautiful big cone. I can't wait to see these things get bigger and have that deep color to them. It's gonna look beautiful. Like I said, no flopping at all on this one. I'm sure if the plant is very young, you might get a little bit, but for the most part, like I said, just due to how the flower cone is, it's gonna not really be that bad in regards to flopping. And like I said, this year I haven't had any problem at all. We got some little limes over there, and you can see these things were standing up a lot more, but like I said, this thing is perfect. Haven't had any issues with flopping, and I know for a lot of people, you know, that's a good concern to have. A lot of people don't want to have their hydrangeas flopping all over the place, and this one basically takes care of itself. Of course, I said this one has been more developed. I'll probably cut this back pretty good next year after the spring. I'll probably deadhead it over the winter because that's what I do with all mine, just to make sure that the stems get up nice and tall and straight. I mean, they are now, but it will help with the skinnier ones. The ones that are less than a pencil, I'll probably just get rid of those. But overall, like I said, what a beautiful shrub. Stems look kind of reddish, which is very nice. Kind of like reminds me of Limelight Prime that has like the reddish stems on the new growth. Obviously, of course, after one season, that old growth, if you have it there, you know, it doesn't keep that reddish color, but this one puts off reddish color for the new growth. And like I said, you can tell this thing looks amazing. Like I said, this thing's pretty big. So like I said, to have this look like this with its not even 1 year in the ground, this thing is looking amazing. This thing is only a couple months in the ground, but this thing has definitely taken off. We made sure to water it like every day for the most part, except when it was raining, just to keep that soil nice and moist. And obviously when I transplanted this thing, I used the Biotone Starter Plus liquid seaweed in the water mix, and I didn't have any issues at all with any shock. It really didn't even seem like it noticed it that it got transplanted. Now this one was a bit heavy to get out of that bigger pot by myself for sure. So if you're getting one of these bigger ones from that place that I mentioned or anywhere else, you might need some help, because I was definitely struggling by myself. So we'll just get a couple more close-ups of this thing so you could really take a look at these beautiful flowers and see how they look. So like I said, very happy with this one. Let me know what you guys think about this new variety, Pinky Winky Prime. I'm definitely happy with it. It's definitely a good showcase in the garden. Like I said, I can't wait to see this thing just start roaring with height. This thing's gonna definitely get very big. Like I said, I literally left the whole panel, fence panel, just for this one. And a little bit of more room because we have a green giant over there, but they'll definitely start blending into each other. So if you definitely like the Pinky Winky and you want one that gets a little bit bigger than it, like I said, this is 6 to 9 feet. And like I said, it's gonna probably easily be a 10 to 12 footer over time for sure. All right, everyone, that's gonna be it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.